his wife, children and home life. In the words of the Spirit of Islam, Hazrat Ali was married to Hazrat Fatima, the only daughter of the Holy Prophet, a.s., from Hazrat Khadija. He had been betrothed to her several days before the expedition to Badr. But the marriage was celebrated 3 months later, Hazrat Ali being in his 21st year and Hazrat Fatima in 15th year of her life. It was very happy marriage. The transcendental distinctiveness of their respective characters blended so well with each other that they never quarreled and complained of one another and led a happy and contented life. Each one of them was rich in his own rights. Fatima was the only heir of one of the richest women of Arabia, Khadija, and had inherited many orchards and gardens in Mecca and Medina, besides that she was the daughter of the head of a rich clan and a king of a fast-growing kingdom. Ali was a marshal who had very handsome shares from the spoils of wars. Yet all that they owned went to the poor, cripples and orphans, and they themselves often starved. Their only luxury in life was prayers, and the company of each other and their children, and they willingly shared the sorrows and suffering of poor. They were given a slave girl, Fizza, but the Holy Prophet, a.s., had made arrangement that every alternate day was the off day of Fizza and her mistress would do all the household work. Even when Hazrat Fatima was ill on Fizza's off day, Fizza would not be allowed to attend to the duties, but Hazrat Ali would work, and the hero of Badr, Uhud, Khandak, Khaybar and Hunain was seen grinding oats, lighting the oven, preparing the bread and looking after the children. Salman says, "What a household, the only daughter of the Holy Prophet, a.s., and wife of his vicegerent leading the life of a poor laborer. If they had spent 1/10 of what they were distributing daily they would have led a life of ease and comfort." From Hazrat Ali the Lady of Light, Fatima, had 4 children and the 5th, Mohsin, was a stillbirth. The causes of this mishap and also that of her death are very sad and pathetic incidents of their lives. The names of these 4 children were Hassan, Hosein, Zainab, wife of Abdullah bin Jafar, and Ami, Kulthum, wife of Ubaydillah bin Jafar. During the lifetime of Hazrat Fatima, a.s., Hazrat Ali did not marry another woman. After her death he married Yamama and at her death another lady, having the name of Hanafiya, from whom he had a son, Muhammad Hanifa, and after her death he married again. Thus he had many children, some of whom had unparalleled place in the history of mankind, e.g. Hassan, Hosein, the hero of Karbala, Zainab, the defender of true Islam in Kufa and Damascus, Abbas, the commander of Hosein's army in Karbala, and Muhammad Hanifa, the hero of Narawan. Ali and his foes. I have cited below a few cases which go to show what type of man was Ali bin Abi Talib. As Poole says, he was truly a noble man, a man of righteousness, and a man of brave, humble and forgiving spirit, and as Olsner says, pure, gentle and learned without fear and without reproach, setting the noblest example of character to the world. Out of hundreds and hundreds of cases to select I find it rather difficult which to choose and which not to choose. I have selected a few according to the standard of my knowledge and visualization. Talha bin Abi Talha was not only a bitter enemy of Islam, but was personal enemy of the Holy Prophet, a.s., and Ali. His exertions to harm these two and their mission is a legion. In the Battle of Uhud he was the flag-bearer of the army of Quraysh. Ali faced him and in a hand-to-hand encounter dealt him such a severe blow that he reeled and fell down. Ali left him like that and walked away from him. Many Muslim warriors ran up to Ali and advised him to finish Talha, saying that he was Ali's worst enemy. Ali replied, "Enemy or no enemy, he cannot defend himself now, and I cannot strike a man who is not in a position to defend himself. If he survives he is welcome to live as long as his life lasts." In the battle of Jamal, in the thick of the encounter his slave Camber brought some sweet syrup saying, "My lord, the sun is very hot and you have been constantly fighting, have a glass of this cold drink to refresh yourself." Ali looked around himself and replied, 23. "Shall I refresh myself when hundreds of people around me are lying wounded and dying of thirst and wounds? Instead of bringing sweet syrup for me, take a few men with you and give each of these wounded persons a cool drink. My lord, they are all our enemies. They may be, but they are human beings and attend to them." In the battle of Siffin, Muawiyah reached the river Euphrates before the army of Hazrat, and took possession of the river. When Hazrat's army reached there he was informed that they would not be allowed a drop of water from the river. Hazrat sent a messenger to Muawiyah saying that this action was against the canons of humanity and orders of Islam. Muawiyah's reply was, "A war is a war and therein one cannot accept principles of humanity and doctrines of Islam. My sole aim is to kill Ali and to demoralize his army, and this stoppage of water will bring about these results easily and quickly." Hazrat ordered Imam Hossein to attack and get back the river. The attack took place and riverside position was captured. It was then Muawiyah's turn to beseech permission to get water from the river. His messengers arrived and Ali told them to take as much water as they like and as often as they require.
It was the Battle of Nahrawan, and he himself was fighting like any other, ordinary soldier. During this battle a man came to face him, and in the encounter lost his sword. He realized his hopeless plight of standing before Ali without any weapon in hand. Ali's hand was raised for a blow. When he saw the antagonist trembling with fear, he lowered his hand slowly and said, "Run away, friend, you are not in a position to defend yourself." This attitude made the man bold, and he said, "Ali, why do not you kill me? It would have made one enemy less for you. -1 cannot strike a man who cannot defend himself. You were begging for your life, and it was spared." The opponent got bolder and said, "I am told that you have never refused a beggar. Now I beg you of your sword. Will you grant it to me?" Ali handed him over the sword. Taking possession of the sword, he said, "Now Ali, who is going to defend you against me and save you from my killing blow? Of course God, he will defend me if he so wills. He has appointed my death to be my guarding angel. None can harm before it is due, and none can save me when it arrives." Nobility of thought and action affected the foe, and he kissed the bridle of Ali's horse and said, "O Lord, you are a great man indeed. You can not only forsake the life of your enemy in a battlefield, but also you can grant him your sword. May I have the honor to act as your bodyguard and to fight for you. Friend, fight for truth and justice, and do not fight for persons." During 39 and 40 AH, Muawiyah organized bands of murderers and brigands to enter border towns and to carry on loot, plunder, arson, and rape. Kumail was at that time the governor of Heat. He asked Hazrat's permission to organize similar bands and carry plunder in the province of Sirkia, which was under the control of Muawiyah. Hazrat Ali replied, "I never expected such a suggestion from a man like you. It is more noble and more moral to guard your people and province than to plunder others. They might be our enemies, but they are human beings. They consist of civil population comprising of women and children. How can one kill, loot, and plunder them? No, never even dream of such a venture. It was the month of Ramadan, the month of fasting. It was the time of the morning prayers. The mosque was full of Muslims. Ali was kneeling, and when he raised his head a terrible blow fell upon it, giving. There was a great disturbance and commotion in the mosque. Started running. The Muslims followed, caught and bound him in ropes and brought him before Ali, who was on the prayer carpet drenched in blood, and was reclining upon his sons. He knew the blow was fatal, and he could not survive it, but when the murderer was brought before him, he saw that the rope which had bound him was so tightly bound that it was cutting into his flesh. He turned towards those Muslims and said, "You should not be so cruel with your fellow being. Slacken his ropes. Do not you see that they are cutting into his flesh, and he is in agony?" So was Ali. History of Islam is full of the incidents of his chivalrous and merciful behavior against his enemies.